want to sit on the ground. I don't want to kneel on the ground. I don't want to do none of that on the ground. They're all looking really good. Last night, my bed reading was herb books. Little short Jimmy Nardello, but taking that one too. Good morning, welcome to Yellow Door Urban Homestead. I am Asia and I'm an urban gardener growing in a small space out in my backyard. And today we are harvesting. We're doing a harvest video. We're gonna harvest all of the peppers that are ready to go. There are other few things out here that we need to harvest as well, like the grapes. I'm thinking this bowl is big enough for that, but if not, we'll just get another one. But yeah, we're harvesting everything. But a little update on the seedlings. They're all looking really good. So, you know, we planted these last week sometime. They're all looking real good. And I do not want to speak too soon. I do not want to speak too soon. But I had harlequin bugs all over the brassicas that I left for the summer. And I was very worried. I was like, well, they are still here. Like, I'm sure they're not gone anywhere. But I have been lucky so far. I have been lucky so far not to have them on the brassicas that are out now, the new ones that we just put out. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed for that because I really want these vegetables. And I had never had a problem with harlequin bugs, like literally never had that problem in my garden. This was the first year they were so rampant in my garden. Like, I was like, where are they coming from? Those are the bugs I asked you about, the little black and I think orange bugs, and someone told me they were harlequin bugs. I looked them up. You were absolutely right. They tore up my brassicas for the summer, but I don't normally grow brassicas during the summer. I wanted to see if they would grow because I could have fed them to the chickens because they probably would have been bitter. I also could have dehydrated them and turned them into a powder, but they didn't last, so that's that. By the way, I think I said in a video that I was going to fertilize the peppers every day. I am not. I'm going to fertilize them every week. But right now we're gonna go ahead and harvest them. Oh, by the way, I have a cucuzzi squash or gourd. The package said gourd. When you look it up online, it says squash. It is edible. It's also known as like a snake gourd or something, a snake squash. I'm not sure, but we have 2 of those to harvest, and I can't wait to try them. I've never had them before, so super excited. I think I may have left them a little long. It says that you normally, well, the internet said that you normally harvest them at like 12 inches. Mine are absolutely past 12 inches, so we're gonna go ahead and harvest those today too. So harvesting the cucuzzi gourds, the peppers, and the grapes today. And probably gonna go ahead and harvest some of the pineapple sage because I also want to dry that and keep that as well. I feel like it would make a delicious tea. I'm not sure if that's the case. By the way, last night my bed reading was herb books because we're definitely about to get into herbs. Also, my contact is taking me out, y'all. I'm sorry. I know y'all keep seeing me blink my eye. It's taking me out. I don't know what's going on this morning. Anywho, I want to start my apothecary. Like, I really want to get that started. Also, I am redoing the laundry room to make it more of a pantry, more of a storage space, because I'm also going to start learning how to can a little bit better. I got time today, y'all. I have time for a few days at this point, but I'm about to learn all of that stuff, and I have the time, and I cannot wait to get started. Okay, I didn't talk y'all head off enough. Let's go harvest these peppers. So I'm gonna got my home and garden trend stool because I don't want to sit on the ground. I don't want to kneel on the ground. I don't want to do none of that on the ground. Today we're harvesting the peppers. We have a lot of cayenne peppers, which we're gonna put in the dehydrator. Ooh. I got some eggplant ready too. I see that from over here. So you know what I started doing with my hot peppers? Chickens do not taste heat, and cayenne pepper is good for them. So like hot peppers are good for them. So I don't know if you remember, I said that a few years ago I grew a whole bunch of hot peppers. I made it into a seasoning and I was not using it. I've started putting it in the chicken feed because like I said, it's good for them. That worked out really well. So instead of having to get rid of it, I'm using it for my chickens now. Now these cayenne peppers though, I'm gonna save because I want to make fire cider. So that's what we're doing with these. I'm not gonna give these to the chickens, but all of that cayenne pepper and hot pepper seasoning that I made. I'm using it for my chicken feed. Okay, the other thing I have, I'm pretty sure, is a, oh, it says golden marconi. It is a red pepper. We did this before. It's a, I think it's a Jimmy Nardello, a little short Jimmy Nardello, but taking that one too. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have some jalapenos. They're small, but we're gonna go ahead and take those. The smaller jalapenos make really good jalapeno poppers, so I'm fine with that. You put a little bit of cream cheese in it, maybe like cook some bacon and crumble that up and put it inside. Delicious. Cream cheese and probably some shredded cheese. I think I do a cream cheese shredded cheese mix with some bacon in it. The smaller ones you can cut open, like cut them in half and then just kind of put a little bit in there, put it in some bread mix, and it makes a really good jalapeno popper. So we're gonna leave the rest and let them grow. We have some more cayenne pepper right here. It's another Jimmy Nardello, and I do think that once I start to fertilize them, that these peppers are gonna get bigger. I have a lot of flowers, so that is a plus. Oh, shishito peppers. This will be a part of my lunch today. Uh-oh, hate when I do that. Pull the whole thing off. So here's the thing. I have been getting questions about my garden seat, and it is always down in the description. The garden seat is from Home and Garden Trends. I am affiliated, but it's a wonderful little seat regardless. And so, if you are new here, shishito peppers are one of my favorite peppers to eat. I know some people have tried them and they've had some hot ones. Yes, they can be hot. I harvest mine when they're small. I think the bigger they get, the hotter they can get. I'm not sure, but I harvest them when they're small. I have gotten some hot ones. I still absolutely love them. So that is our pepper harvest so far. We're gonna keep moving through the garden because there are a lot of other things to harvest. Some of the other plants also have some peppers on them, and so we're gonna see what we can get off of those. But like I said, we're gonna start fertilizing these, and I think that we're gonna see much better production. So I watered yesterday. The soil should be nice and moist. It is best to fertilize when the soil is moist, but when it's not gonna rain. By the way, thank you all for the comments about the drain on the back of the pot. I did look. I don't have a drain on the back of mine. I don't know if it's made more for a porch or something. Maybe I'll go find the directions. Maybe I'm not seeing it, but maybe there is. There is something on the back of it, but it's not a drain. So I've just been tipping it, but I don't have time. Well, not I don't have time. I don't think about coming out here to tip it if it rains or if I water. But yeah, I don't see a drain on mine. If I'm missing something, tell me in the comments. But I did come to look because I was like, oh, yay. But I didn't see one. Okay, so we're moving on to the cucuzzi gourd or cucuzzi squash, whatever we want to call it. Look, y'all, I grew my first cucuzzi squash. There does appear to be something on it, like maybe some little insect was eating it. But I'm cool with that because I'm sure I can just cut that part off. But how cool is that? Got a cucuzzi squash for the first time. So they said it tastes like zucchini. It has the taste of zucchini. And so we're gonna find out this evening. We're gonna find out this evening with dinner. And so there's another one at the top of the trellis. So we're gonna try to figure out how to get this. I think it's bigger than the one that I just harvested. Matter of fact, I know it is. And it's at the top. I gotta get a chair or something. Oh, it broke. That sucks. Hold on, I'm gonna get the rest of it for you. It was pretty big though. Like all 4 of these was one. It was huge. So we'll definitely be eating this. It's white flesh in the inside. It's giving more cucumber-ish with no seeds. But we're gonna take it in house, clean it up, and try it. So that's exciting. That's literally the first time I ever grew a cucuzzi gourd. There are more on that plant that's growing, so I'm excited for that. I hope I like them, because if I don't, then I'll just have a whole bunch of very large vegetables that are growing in my garden. But it's okay. It still will be pretty. It's fine. Okay, let's go get these grapes and let's hope we can get them in the house because, oh my goodness, I really love them. All right, we have lots of grapes, lots and lots of them. And thank you for the spittle bug comments. I do think that's what it is. It's spittle bugs. And I got some on my hand, so we won't be eating these outside because we need to take them in the house and clean them off. How gross. Okay, so it's absolutely not, the bowl is not big enough. Like, that's only a portion. So yeah, that bowl is not big enough. That's only like a quarter of the ones that are ready on that plant. This one was not ready. It's green. You'll know that they're ready when they're brown. So it's like a light brownish color, but this bowl is not big enough and we need to go get another one. Okay, so we got another one. Probably should just get a bigger bowl. But I like these bowls. They're really cute. Somebody over here sent these to me and I appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish harvesting these. I'm not going to do the whole thing on the camera with you, but I will show you what I got. This is my best. This is my best muscadine grape harvest ever. There is a little, it's a grasshopper, not a cricket, on the grapevine. It's so pretty. I'm going to show you. You already know that. Y'all see him? Just hanging out back here. We love it so much. I absolutely love all the wildlife that's in this garden. And it's quite possible that he's going to eat something, but I'm okay with that because I get to see him. Whatever he eats at this point is, if as long as it's not my brassicas, I'm okay with it. Okay, so that is the muscadine grape harvest today. Like, OMG, that is amazing, y'all. In my backyard. In my backyard. I forgot to put my boots back on and it's muddy over here. Anyway, we about to harvest this sage now. So we're gonna cut this down pretty low. It'll grow back. Sage is a perennial herb. And this is a pineapple sage. One of my co-workers, I'll still call him a co-worker. I don't work there anymore, but he was a co-worker. He gave me this plant. It was very small and now it is huge. So we're gonna go ahead and take as much of this as we can. And then, let's see. Yeah, once you rub it a little bit, I could smell it more when it was smaller. I don't know what that's about. Anywho, yeah, we're just gonna take it. We're gonna cut it pretty darn low and let it regrow itself. And I imagine before the fall is over that this is gonna grow back. I do believe that. It is a huge plant, lots of it. In our search for herb use, we will look to see what pineapple sage is good for. Like I said, I feel like a good tea would work, but you never know with herbs because some are too strong for teas, but we'll see. So we've cut it back pretty low, I think. The bottom part is pretty woody. It also has a lot of roots coming out of it. So I probably could break some of this and plant it somewhere else, which I might do. Not today, but I might do that. It's huge, y'all. It's just huge. There's also a little bit of basil in this bed, and I'm not going to dry it or anything. What I'm going to do is probably put it in a food processor with some oil and then freeze it. Probably in ice cubes. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to freeze it for future use. Now I don't have to duck every time I come under that. Okay, so I want to harvest the lemon balm, but it does not look really good. So what I'm going to do is just cut it down, lay it in the pot, and then we're going to move this pot to a space that can get more sun. I think that it's not looking very good. It smells delicious though, because it's not getting a lot of sun, and then it gets wet over here and it's shaded quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is take this pot, replace it with a pot the same size that has nothing growing in it right now, and then hopefully before the fall we'll get a nice harvest of lemon balm. I've harvested off of this already before, but I'm just not feeling comfortable taking those leaves. A lot of them had brown spots, and I think it would be more of a waste of time than to just cut it down, let it grow back, and harvest it again later. Just like I say about growing in bags, advantage of growing in pots. You can just move them if they're not getting what they need. Do you know what I want to harvest? I want to harvest that marshmallow root from the oldest marshmallow plant I have. I need to look it up and make sure that it makes sense for me to do it, so we're not going to do it today. Also want to harvest the echinacea root from the oldest echinacea that I have. So, like I said, not going to do that today though. So we have a few eggplants, so we're going to go ahead and harvest those eggplant too. So we got 2 eggplant off of there. The sun is coming out, so you know what that means. We got 2 eggplant. I prefer my eggplant small. These are a long purple eggplant. I do not like my eggplant really big, so this is why I harvest them at this size. They'll be yummy. Also, while I'm standing here, there is a cucumber that's ready to go too. Believe this is a dragon egg. Like I said, need to go and watch the video back to make sure, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is, a dragon egg cucumber. Oh, by the way, another thing that I am planning to harvest, but I need to look up the information so I know what to do with it when I harvest it, is the lemongrass. So apparently, not just the root part of the lemongrass can be used, you know, that's for like cooking and stuff, but I guess medicinal too. But the leaves can be used medicinally. I was watching a video over on IG. I think her name is Essence Herbalist, and she was using lemongrass for something. I don't think she actually showed us what she was using it for. I believe that she was just harvesting it in that video, but I'm gonna go back and watch her videos to see how I can use that. But I think we're done out here. I'm excited. Like, I have so much stuff to take in. Let me show you the harvest. So that's the harvest today. The sun is out, but it was a nice little harvest today. I love that. All kinds of stuff today. So I'm trying to stay out of the sun. Kind of starting to get hard to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to visit me over on Instagram, where I post about the things going on in my garden almost every day. Bye, y'all.